Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwahn, and today we are checking out The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Now, small disclaimer, up to today, I have not been hyped for this game whatsoever, okay? I enjoyed Breath of the Wild, but Breath of the Wild is, in my opinion, an incredible open-world sandbox game. It is a terrible Legend of Zelda game. It does not very closely follow the Legend of Zelda formula, and I was pretty disappointed by it when I wanted a new Zelda game. Now, that said, do I think the game is bad? Absolutely not. I think the game is fantastic, just not for it being a Zelda game. And when I saw the little bits and pieces of, like, snippets on Twitter and stuff of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, I'm like, man, this just looks like more Breath of the Wild, and it doesn't look very good. I was one of those people that was like, oh man, it just looks like DLC, right? And I know that's really memey to say, because you could argue that, like, God of War Ragnarok is just like an expansion pass to God of War or whatever, and I get that. It's very derivative and deductive. Reductive, that's the word that I wanted, not deductive. But that said, I hadn't watched a whole lot yet. I was just mostly making those opinions off of what little details had been shared, because Nintendo was not sharing very many details about this game. I have now heard that the latest trailer that they put out is the one that made people excited, that changed people's minds, that took people from going, I don't know, kind of looks kind of samey, to, all right, I'm on board, let's fucking go, right? To, I'll probably wait and see, to, I'm buying it day one. So we'll see if I have that same reaction or not. We are going to just kind of go through the gamut of the trailers for them, because there's only been a few. We're going to go ahead and go back to the first look when it was just called the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, back at E3 2019, and then we'll go through the 3 official trailers that have come out, with the latest one being that official trailer number 3 that's had people so excited from just a few days ago. So first, let's go back to when it was first shown off. I do remember this one very clearly, because this one was cool. I remember people trying to, like, play this audio in reverse and, like, flipping stuff upside down, trying to figure out what in the hell was being said. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, you know, he's just getting an adjustment. You know, just, oh yeah, I feel better now. The sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is now in development. All right, so here's official trailer number 1. So we went from, what was this, June of 2019 until September of 2022 to finally see something new. Let's go. There's a reason why I never played through the second Tomb Raider. It's just more of the same from the first game. Like, I get it, but it didn't re-hook me. I still haven't played the second one either. Did enjoy the hell out of the first one, though. Now, one of the things that I will say that I know they haven't shown off, and I don't genuinely expect it to be in here, but if you want me to just, like, date, buy it first moment of release, 10 out of 10 guaranteed, let me play as Zelda. Like, let me play as Zelda. Unless you're going to show off that she gets recaptured or something at the beginning of this game, let me play as frickin' Zelda. If this game had co-op, and one person could play as Zelda, boom, bam, 10 out of 10. I'm ready to go. I don't believe either of those things is true. I know that modders have got a co-op version of Breath of the Wild running, which is fucking wild. So that was the first official trailer. It showed us so very, very little. And by so little, I mean practically frickin' nothing. Okay, so here's the official trailer number 2. Link in a bikini not good enough? No. I think this is the trailer that first showed off the combination. Like, we see Link, like, build, like, a like, an ATV-looking vehicle thing. I haven't actually seen this one. I just saw the clips of, like, people putting vehicles together.
My servants. Sweep over Hyrule. Eliminate this kingdom and her allies. Leave no survivors.
So we fought Ganon in the first game, and I know that Ganondorf is in this game. It's interesting because Ganon and Ganondorf are like sometimes the same person, but very like also not. Like one leads to the other. Look at that Shadow of the Colossus looking ass shit.
But Link, I am not sure you'll be able to stop him.
Homing arrows. We got a horrible corrupted arm. The Legend of Zelda, Link Goes Skydiving. I mean, this is only the second trailer. The next one is the one that everyone is like, yeah, I'm fucking on board now. So we're going to find out.
Please, lend him your power.
There is also, I guess, some people have found hints in some ways to that The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom might be connected to Twilight Princess, which The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is my favorite Legend of Zelda game out of all the ones I've played anyway. I do place it higher than Ocarina of Time. I place it higher than Wind Waker. I love Twilight Princess. And some people said that we might see Midna in this, but I don't know if that's just people talking or if that's true. But if so, that would also get you some points. All right. Here's the trailer that everyone says is the one that makes you excited for this game. So let's see. Better be good. Better be good. Someone needs to put that girl in a fucking bubble. She gets put in a crystal in Ocarina of Time. Job. Is the glider still going to have stamina? If you're constantly going up and down in the sky, that's going to be problematic. There goes Link being a lawn dart. Way to date everyone in this chat, Rochi. God damn it. Jesus. Nice catch, Link. You had one job. You look cool.
Zelda. We rely on your knight and that legendary sword he carries.
Ooh,
Our
sword's
last
broken,
line of
dog.
defense will be Link.
Link.
God damn it, she captured again. Yeah, so we got new tools now. There's like so we got moon boots. There's something involving like like we already had a magnet before. There's like a time mechanic. There's more of an air mechanic now because of all the stuff in the sky. And then there's the ability to craft things.
I know why I am here. It's something only I can do.
Do not look away. You witness a king's revival and the birth of his new world.
Okay, let's go!
Who are you?
But you are not alone.
Link. You are
Fucking
our
20
final
FPS looking ass. What'd she say? Sorry, I was complaining.
hope. Link. You are our final hope.
Okay. She's the new character everyone will simp over? Oh, I'm sure you're absolutely right. I believe I've already seen several pieces of artwork dedicated to this character. Where'd she go? She like right here? She was after this, right?
Okay, let's go!
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've already seen about 1,300 pieces of fan art dedicated to this character on Twitter. I mean, that's fine, though. People need something to be excited about. It looks nice and all, but remember this will be on a normal Switch. So that's the other problem, Eve, okay? And, like, yes, I know this is a tired argument, okay? But there was parts in this trailer that were running at, like, 20 FPS, okay? For those of you that don't know, the target of Breath of the Wild was 30 FPS. The game mostly ran at 25 FPS and could dip down into the teens under the wrong circumstances. And this game is the Breath of the Wild, but more. Now, the hope is that maybe it's better optimized. They figured out better ways to do resource management so that maybe it'll run better. But the Switch is just such an underpowered console. It was underpowered when it released. It's a glorified and refurbished, retrofitted Amazon Fire tablet, okay? The thing's kind of a piece of crap. We need a new one. We need a new one really, really bad because there's so many games that I absolutely adore on the Nintendo Switch that I would love to play at a actual resolution. I'm only asking for 1080p. I don't need 1440p. I don't need 4K. Just give me 1080p. But most of the time you're giving me fucking 520p. You suck. And we're never hitting 60 FPS. Even games that are really trying hard to hit 60 FPS, most of the time you're looking at mid to high 40s, which is just like better, but still very, very unfortunate because it's fucking 2023, guys. Get your shit together. And initially I was really hoping that Tears of the Kingdom, before it was called Tears of the Kingdom, was going to be part of what they launched the Switch 2 or the Super Switch or whatever it gets called alongside, because Breath of the Wild sold, what is it, like 17 million copies in the first year. They sold more copies of Breath of the Wild than they sold Switches because people were buying it waiting to be able to get a Switch to play the damn thing on, because that's how excited people were for Breath of the Wild. Absolutely, Tears of the Kingdom is going to just immediately move 20 million copies in the first week, and that's perfectly fine. I don't have an issue with that. I do just wish that the games looked and ran better. Not that I think that this game looks bad, but they should and could look better if Apple just not Apple, damn it, read in chat, if Nintendo wasn't the way that it was. But, I mean, when the Nintendo Switch is the best-selling console every month in every country, and has been for the last, like, 5 years, what reason do you have to actually release new hardware when every single, week you're just the best-selling console that there is? So, help me when Obi-Wan Kenobi. I mean, Link, yes, exactly, Athena. I still wish we could play as Zelda. Definitely, that's not going to happen. I would love to see co-op. That's still not going to happen. At best, you might be able to see one of Link's champions, like Prince Sidon, be able to play. Like, somebody could maybe take control of him, but I don't think they're going to bother with that. Unfortunately. Fucking Apple Watch Ultra has more horsepower than the Switch. Your Samsung fridge has more power than the Switch, okay? We're not exactly setting the bar so very high here. You set the bar so low, you literally had to dig to be able to place it where it needed to be. But, that trailer was definitely the best trailer that they've put out so far, but it doesn't change my feelings on this game. One of my biggest problems with Breath of the Wild was that it had very little progression. They give you all of your tools and toys, every single one of them, all of your Sheikah powers or whatever they're called. I know you get the Sheik Slate, but I forget what they actually call, like the bombs and the magnet and the time freeze and stuff like that. I forget what they call those. They give you all of them in the first hour of the game, and then you just never get any new toys ever. Yes, you get the champion blessings, but those are not very revolutionary either, because you get I get a free revive, I have an AoE shield, I have an AoE attack, and then I have Rivali's Gale or whatever it's called that launches you up into the sky. And that one is helpful, but it doesn't actually revolutionize your gameplay in any way. The same way that when you're playing through some of the older games, the amount that the game feels like it has opened up and changed when you acquire things like the hook shot or the iron boots or whatever it is, because now it's kind of like a Metroidvania experience in a way of like, I have finally unlocked this new tool and toy, and that will allow me to get to places that I could not get to before, or do things that I could not do before. Whereas outside of like, I increased my stamina circle, or, you know, found a cooler weapon that's going to break in 14 swings, I never felt like I was actually getting anything new, cool, or better throughout my entire playthrough of Breath of the Wild. And I don't feel like that is necessarily going to change here in The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I know a lot of people complained about the shrines, and I didn't have an issue with them. The Divine Beasts I felt were lackluster dungeons, but they were just fine. Though there were 4, they were a bit samey. I did enjoy the shrines, but my biggest issue was primarily with just the lack of meaningful progression in the game. And the game is even designed in such a way that you are actually able to just go straight from the very beginning, straight to Ganon's castle, and beat the game without doing anything in the sandbox, because there is no genuine obstacles in the way of you being able to do that. And maybe they'll do that with Tears of the Kingdom. Maybe the castle will be blocked off the way it is in like Ocarina of Time, where there's the shadow spinning around it, and until you go to the different places and beat like the weird like goopy fish boss and the giant stone golem and stuff, you're not able to reduce that barrier to get into the castle. I would kind of like to see that happen, because it would have a more meaningful step of like what we're doing and why, rather than just like, oh no, dog, I'll just go kick his ass right now. It's what I was sleeping for 100 years for. There definitely seems to be a little bit more story going on here, which is nice, because the story did exist in Breath of the Wild, but due to the very open world sandboxy nature that it had, it was hard to get it in a meaningful way that it felt like you were being told a story, rather than just like picking up damn near like audio logs or book notes and stuff like that. So I do think that this will probably ultimately be a better game than Breath of the Wild, but I am not really any more excited for it than I was before. I will definitely just wait for reviews, and hopefully in those reviews that come out, or as people, once the game is released and people have had some time on it, maybe people will be able to get me more interested in it than I am right now. But there was definitely people that were like, this changed my entire outlook on the game, and that did not for me, unfortunately. I wish that wasn't the case, but that definitely is the case. So yeah, so that's Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you're absolutely hyped and psyched out of your mind, please do not let my disappointment take that away from you. You are absolutely allowed to be excited about this game in every way through and through. Just understand that not every game is for everybody, and Breath of the Wild was not really my Zelda game, and I don't think Tears of the Kingdom is going to be either. But that doesn't mean that the game is going to be bad, or that you shouldn't be excited about it. If there's something that I missed or something that I don't know, please feel free to share it with me. You're absolutely able to try and course correct me. I do not mind. I can't guarantee you it'll work, but I don't mind if you feel like trying. So put all your thoughts, comments down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you want to keep up the conversation elsewhere, 2 great places to do so are Discord and Twitter, because I'd like to talk, and I'd love to talk some more if you want to talk with me, and those are great places to do so. If you wanted to be part of the conversation that we just had on stream, we do stream on Twitch, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy.